Bowling Green girls soccer head coach Erica Kimple. Thanks so much for joining me today. And let's jump right in. The team right now 0-1-2 so far on the season. But what have you just learned so far in the early goings?
So we started off throughout the summer trying like some different formations and things like that. And over the past 3 games and 2 scrimmages, we've decided to change things up a little bit, restructure a little bit. We learned a lot about different player strengths and weaknesses, having a little bit higher competition. So we've moved some girls around, and it started to turn around based off our game yesterday.
What are some of those changes that you've been making that you're seeing positively pay off so far?
One is we switched to formation. So we switched to a formation that's a little bit more common. We also moved some girls that normally play forward down into the midfield so they can control the game and be a little bit more involved in the play. And then we pulled some younger players up from JV. So we actually, yesterday's game, pulled up a freshman and a sophomore from JV and ended up starting. So.
Wow, that's so great to see some young players getting those minutes and being able to have an early impact. Another player that's great to talk about, Ella Kester, back after a very long injury stint. Just how special has that been to see her out there again as a Bobcat?
It's been great. It was a long recovery for her. She was out for 10 months after her broken femur and a meniscus tear. And for a kid that loves soccer and is so passionate about soccer the way she is, it was so hard to see her out, but it was so great to see her in her recovery and being able to come back.
I've seen that on social media. You share a lot of wisdom from different coaches or sports icons. Through your 6 years leading the Bobcats, just how has your coaching style or philosophy changed throughout that time?
I think I try to grow every single year, and I try to give myself a new goal every single year. My goal this year is to really push the girls into having a fresh start every single day. I watched a lot of Ted Lasso, and one of the things that he says early is be a goldfish. So we have to move on from our mistakes pretty easily. We also talked about everybody has issues. There's always things that aren't working out. So finding solutions rather than just giving problems. We know this is the problem. What's the solution? So I think for me, my style and philosophy has just grown in a way that obviously I'm becoming a coach that understands the game more every single year. But I think I'm just personally growing in a more positive way and being able to motivate kids in a different way. So whether it's that ability to brush things off easily or just what do you see as one of the best traits that a soccer player can have that doesn't always show up in a box score per se? I think it's confidence. And we actually did our whole preseason. We do a book reading and everything, and it was all about playing with confidence. And we are hitting that hard. I met with our JV players and our swing players and the girls that just want more playing time, and I said the difference between a JV game and a varsity game is the pace is so much faster. And you have the skill to do it, but the confidence is what's the difference maker. I have players that aren't as skilled as others, but they have confidence. And I think if we just go into everything with confidence, be willing to take risks and play without any fears and just know that we're here to have fun. That's the reason that we do this anyway, to have fun. Of course we want to win games. Of course we want to get better and improve and compete, but we want to have fun. So just go out, play with confidence, and leave the field with no regrets. So building on that confidence, what's it going to take now just to be able to make a postseason push for this team? It's going to be a lot of teamwork, a lot of communication between the girls on the field and working together and building that chemistry. But it's going to be which girls are willing to take a shot. Obviously, it all comes down to defense and goalkeeping, and all of that is very important. But at the end of the day, for us right now, I know that we need to grow our confidence and our willingness to take shots because we're just so afraid to miss. So we'd rather pass it off. And if we can change that, I think that some of these ties that we've had will turn into wins. All right. Can't wait to see what you guys can do the rest of this season. So thanks so much for joining me today. Thanks for having me.